Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, beautiful people. It is December 1st, and that means it's time to look at our financial forecast for the month. And before we get started with that, let's do a sage. Let's do some smudging. Kind of clear out the old month so that we can begin the new month, hopefully with some prosperity. So there is some sage, smoke, smudge, whatever you want to call it for you. And then I always like to do my hands before I'm going to do a reading. And let us not forget our deck. Smudge this deck so that clear off any other kind of energy. We are using it, I'm going to call it an ambiguous deck, but it is the Career and Life deck Oracle, Career and Life Oracle deck. It's a really great little deck because it focuses, that focus there is on our career and how we make our money, or money, so career, life, money, financial matters. I like to utilize this deck, so this is the deck that I will be using today. So do me a really big favor, love this video, comment where you're watching from, and share. If you're not a follower or current follower, please follow or subscribe to this channel. Way you can always receive updates, notices when I post readings or healings, Reiki, teachings, whatever I am posting that day. So there's that first one. And again, we're using this Career and Life Oracle deck. Next Saturday evening from 6 to 9, we are going to be having a ceremony to release the resentment, anger, rage, anything that holds you back from growing and being the person that you want to be, or growing in the direction that you want to grow in. I'm like, how come they never fling forward? They always go to the sides. So when the cards are flying out of the deck here, I'm like, just fling onto my table. That would be really great. However, so this ceremony will start out with what I call the fire pit. So we'll start out with the fire pit ceremony. And then we will be doing a Reiki Mawashi, a Reiki healing for the group, that whoever is participating in that. And then the last hour will be a cacao ceremony. And I'm looking so forward to that. The cacao ceremonies are really, really wonderful because they're a great way to refresh. They're a great way to re-energize, rejuvenate, and just that pensive appreciation and gratitude that we're doing before, as we're preparing, for the ceremony, and as we're putting everything together for the ceremony. It just is so amazing. I love it. I totally, totally love it. So I've got a big, thick stack of cards. Again, we're using the Career and Life Oracle deck. Don't forget to love this video, comment where you're watching from, and also, if you'd like to share, I would love for you to share. When you love the video, it pushes it up into the algorithm. So I am eternally grateful for your support with that. So without further ado, I don't know why I love that word so much, using the Career and Life Oracle deck, let's check out what December's financial forecast looks like. And there we go. All right, so that's the deck that I'm using, and the first card is relationships, and that is the energy that we're coming in from. Strategy is upside down. And then we have what I'm going to call saving face is in our position that is the help or the assistance. So when we're looking at this relationships, I want you to think about partnerships. Think about partnerships. Where do you invest your time? Where do you invest your money or finances? Because those are going to be playing a big role into how you approach or you're thinking about December's Money Matters. Okay, so when I'm looking at strategy upside down, I'm saying we have not been playing with rules of engagement when it comes to how we invest our money and time. We have not been playing with rules of engagement, so we have no strategy, or if we do have a strategy, it's a pretty weak strategy. And then you'll see that the third card here, which is the assistance card, is the saving face. And what the first thing that I picked up on that was about robbing Peter to pay Paul. That was an old cliche or adage that my mother used to use. Oh, you don't want to be caught having to, rob Peter to pay Paul. And I would wonder, what the heck was she talking about? And then as an adult, you think about how many times have you had to make a choice about what bill you would or would not pay. That is a form of robbing from Peter to pay Paul. And on this, and this is kind of, and I'm going to say, I've got this living on a string, living by a string. You're barely holding on, and you have not been paying attention to how you invest your money. And I keep getting and invest your time. It's really important on how you invest today, because that will make a difference 6 months plus from now. So that's that energy of where it's coming in from. Where is it, where did this stem from, where we're going to. And the next line is going to be where we are going to. I'm going to move those and let's rock and roll. So in line 1, so this is what I would say is what we're looking at on December 1st. And that first one is cutting ties, and the second one is expression. But then our third card here is new life. Okay, so what I'm picking up in here is that the things that you are doing that have to do with how you invest your time and how you invest your money, how you make your money, some of these things you're going to have to start cutting or do some cord cutting with and letting go. It is that where you are, you're kind of spinning wheels, and even though you're pressing the gas to go forward, you're staying in the same place. And with that in mind, it is not fulfilling of your heart and your nature. It's okay to leave where you currently are when you're feeling suffocated. It is okay to leave where you are when you are feeling suffocated or held back. All right, so now we've got the expression card, but you'll notice this expression card is upside down. And this is in the hindrance or your obstacle. And I'm going to say it like this, okay? Where you are, you may not really like it. It may suck. They may be bleeding you dry of your energy, whatever. energy, your money, where you feel very, very suffocated and held back. As you're walking out that door, it is really important to keep your mouth closed. It is really important not to discuss at this time, not to discuss some of your reasoning on why you're leaving. And people are like, why would I do that? Why would I not talk about that? Wouldn't I want other people to know? And I'm getting in here is that right now, the energy on that is really raw, and talking about it might exacerbate or make a big mountain out of a molehill. And it's how much of that is our feelings being negated versus the end result of that connection. Yeah, we can be in a job and hate that job and not like that job, but it doesn't mean that when we walk away from that job that it is okay at that time to talk about how much we hated that job. There has to be a point of processing or letting the dust settle so that you gain a more accurate emotion, with less emotion added into it, perspective of that situation. Now, there is a redeeming aspect, because walking away with this grace and cutting those necessary cords and just being really kind of quiet about it and allowing that dust to settle, you actually get pointed into a better position, a better direction. And when we're talking about relationships or partnerships, connections, especially where it comes to how we make money and money in general, or our finances in general, that it actually brings forth that new life that you've been looking for. It brings forth the new life that you have been looking for. I think that's kind of exciting when you think about it. It was like sometimes we need that new life. We need something that is going to bring us into a sense of peace, or a little bit of what I'm going to call inspiration. I really, we like inspiration. We like things to bring out the creativity of what we have inside. Now, the next card is where we're going with this. We already know that we're going to get some new life, but we're going to have to do a little bit of growing within that new life. We have to be open, and it says be open to giving and receiving to keep the flow of abundance going. Give someone a chance and ask for what your heart desires. And what I'm getting in here is a lot of negotiation and compromise. So it's like two parties coming together and saying, hey, we want to work together. We want to do something that's going to create and blow. I want to mean blow up, because that's not, and grow, really blossom, come through. However, we need some rules of engagement. We need some kind of structure to what we're doing. And that goes back to the very beginning, where it's talking about that relationships, kind of disconnecting from this. And that is because we've been traveling with that for such a long time without any rules of engagement that, neither party really felt safe. It was like always being in survivor mode. And now we're going to be given new life. We're going to be given an opportunity, but we're going to have to figure out our rules of engagement, how we're going to make this magic happen. And that's really pretty important when you're thinking about money and finances and how you create the life that you want to live. Now, you'll notice that our obstacles is ups and downs, but it's in an upside down position. So I'm going to really kind of, instead of saying ups and downs, I'm going to change that word to fluctuation. But I'm not getting a feeling like it is vapid kind of rapid ups and downs or fluctuation, but very mild. And I want you to think about it like this, your blood pressure. And everyone's going to go, how does my blood pressure fit into this? Okay, so our blood pressure, especially if it's stable, which is really great when it's stable, is that, it might be 120 over 80, and then 116 over 76 when you lay down, and then when you stand up, it goes up to 130 over 80. Those are going to be fluctuations, and it has a lot to do with like your activity. And when you have fluctuations that are kind of unmanaged or uncontrolled, they can go really high and really low. What I'm picking up here on this ups and downs like that and that give and take is that it's a part of the growing process that allows both you and the other party, whether it's work or a business relationship, it allows you guys to really start developing and working on what those rules of engagement are, what you will and will not accept in a partnership. Okay, what you will and will not accept in a partnership. Now, don't fear so much on this connections, because it looks like it is an upside down card. And this is about building bridges between people and building up your network so that you are set up with a good, strong foundation for your next opportunity. Well, this connections is upside down. And what I'm picking up and through here is that not you, but the other party has some difficulties in working with what I'm going to call your rules of engagement. So in that, I'm going to say it's really important that you are very open and very clear. Speak with clarity. Give that exact what you expect and exact what you will give, so that there is no misunderstanding in what you're trying to create with in making something beautiful with that. Okay. All right, so that's what we're looking at. So this is where it's kind of leading to. Now we still have 2 more lines to look at. So because this is like, where do things really develop for the month? So this is like what's coming into the month. Now, middle month, it looks like we have, oh, how funny. It looks like there's going to be a need. It looks like there is going to be a need that will require some of your expertise and determination. I'm not getting that you need help or you need assistance. I'm getting that you're going to be placed in a situation where you can be a great asset in helping. I'm getting the feeling that you will be placed into a situation where you will be an asset for helping, creating something along that lines of being, an asset, helping that out to improve that. The drama and education upside down, and I'm laughing because it's, I'm getting that No More Drama song in the back of my head. Was it Mary K. Blige, Family Affair? I've got that song playing in the back of my head right now, and this is at the point that you will be in charge of directing this situation. You're going to be placed into this position where you're going to have to help create magic somehow for another source, for another person, another entity, whatever. And it is very, very cut and dry. And with you coming in with that, what I really, really dug on that drama upside down and the education upside down is that you're going to be directing this, and you're going to be really cutting out the minutia, the BS, the nonsense, the drama, and not allowing that. And whatever this is that you're helping with, it's almost what I'm going to call like a mess up of that other person. The other person makes a, somehow they're in a mess, and you're there to help them and not scold them. You're there to ensure that their needs are going to be met, and that nobody is over there doing the woulda, coulda, shoulda, or reprimanding, redirecting in a bossy bitchy way. That's the best way to put that. You're there to keep the drama down and make it a joyous, we're helping somebody, we're doing good things that good human beings do. It's that kind of scenario through there. And a lot of times people don't like to be told that they're being ding-dong ding-alongs, and you're going to have to step up and tell somebody or redirect somebody that they need to chill their garbage. They need to stop their stuff. Now, where does this take to the end of the month, and where are we going with this? Lots of opportunities, things falling, synchronicities, things falling into place. A great time for you to be thinking about where you want, how you want to start 2024, and getting those ducks quickly in a row. This is a time of movement. You will make very good progress during this time. The obstacles will be very few, even though this is in the obstacle path and everyone's going, well, and I'm like, no, you're not going to have a lot of obstacles. Things are really going to come together. And a lot of that has to do with your working towards creating that sense of balance, not only in your own life, cutting out things that don't bring you joy, that suffocate you, cutting out people that suffocate you, cutting out people that just suck the finances out of you, and not in a good way. I mean, I'm not talking about we're going to go and get rid of our kids, not, because, yeah, our kids can be very expensive on that, but this is about the unnecessary things and being, feeling, empowered to let go of what was unnecessary. It's a great time to do it. And it's like some of us have been waiting around for somebody to go, look, it's okay that you walk away from this situation. Look, it's okay that you stop investing your time in this situation. It's okay to move forward and be the best you possible. And sometimes people just need that loving reminder that it's okay. And once you recognize that it's okay, things start a beautiful flow. And that's the ending part of that month. Again, at the ending part of the month, clearing out all of that minutia and working on being, playing with your rules of engagement and allowing others that you find a compromise with them. Well, once that is accomplished, things start to flow definitely where you want them to be, and you will be that shining star. So just remember, sometimes we have to let go of those things that are holding us back or that are financial drains, and that's what this is asking us to do, is starting to ask us to reevaluate how you spend and how you save your money and how you create the finances, how you create your living, because we haven't been paying attention and we haven't been playing with any kind of strategy that's been really the strategy that we need, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Do me a big favor, please love this video, comment where you're watching from, please share it, subscribe, and follow, and share me with your friends. Peace, love, and harmony. Have a great day.